What up, what up, what up? Oh, we coming in hot today. Damn it, it's funk from the front seat. Not on the Rock TV. We're going to start it out today with my main man, George DFunkavinci, by way of Texas. What's up, Texas? Woo, woo. Show today is being produced by none other than Mr. Mark Lee. Keeping it funky, keeping it fast. Always classy and never, never, never last. Ohio, what's up, Brenda? What's up, Boosie and Patty? I need everybody to clap your hands. We coming in hard today, y'all. George DFunkavinci Hudson is in the front seat with us. Get the hump in your back. We gonna ride this for a while, alright? Y'all sit back, relax. I got you. New York, Long Island, Staten Island, and Queens. I got you, bro. New Jersey, Donna, I love you, man. Call me, sister. I miss you, man. I hurt for you. Delaware, are you aware? DC, Chopper City, what up, what up, what up? People, you in the house? Minneapolis, where you at? Detroit, where you at? Maryland. Ain't nothing but the funk. Funk from the front seat. George DFunkavinci Hudson is here with us. Ohio, Brenda, you clapping your hands yet? Alright, that's better. Virginia, where you at? Family, I love you. Get better, Pat. North to South, Captain like, hey, what up? CB, I got you all day, boo. Kentucky, where you at? Oklahoma, where you at? Texas, I know y'all in the house. NOLA, New Orleans, where you at? I got you. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, funky Philly, Dilly. What's up, Brooks? I got you. Utah, where my youth at? Michigan, where you at? Coming at you hard today, y'all. I'm coming in hot. George DFunkavinci with me. Rockin' Capital City, y'all. Y'all sit back and feel this shit. Nevada, where you at? Pump it up. Joanne, I see you too. California, hey, what up? North and South Dakota, what up? Tokyo, how y'all hot day, yo? Samoans doing the Humpty Humps in Hawaii, y'all. Japan, what up? China, what's up? Dubai, what up? Italy, Cocolino, I got you. Thank you for playing my phone. Elizabeth said, thank you, my honey. I love you over there. Carmen, Whitney in Australia, I got you. Germany, Candy Soap Sister, I got you. The whole continent of Africa. Ukraine, we love you. Russia, we love you too. But you gotta knock that shit off. You know that's fucked up. Now you dragging us into that shit, even though we want to do it. Say ho! Funk from the front seat. Oh yeah, it's gonna be hot today, y'all. I told you. Sit back, relax. No matter where you are around the world, the funk will prevail, y'all. If you're down with the P-Funk, I need you to throw it up for me. Throw it up. Throw some love. Throw some love. Colombia, ¿cómo está? Puerto Rico, I got you. Peru, we got you. Turkey, Iraq, all around the world for the funk. We got you, funk, from the front seat, coming to you live right now. 9 on the Grind TV. Our producer back there today, Mr. Mark Lee. Thank you, Mark, for making it tight, making it right. Always keeping us funk tight. Yo, what's up? George DFunkavinci's in the house. Let's bring my brother in and see how he been doing, what he been up to.
Hey, what's funky, y'all?
What up, dog?
Hey,
what up, man?
Chilling, man.
Chilling, looking good.
Doing what I do, you know.
Yeah, the groove allegiance to the funk. United Funk,
yeah.
Funkadelica.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, man. It's so good to see you. How are you and your family doing?
We're hanging in there, man. We doing the most, with the most. Just having fun with it, and it's good hanging out with the family,
Yeah.
And when I can,
Yeah. I know last time you was on, you were showing me some artwork and stuff your granddaughter had did. And I noticed now you're starting to post stuff. Y'all be rocking it together. I saw the post, man. I thought that was like the cutest thing. She's like doing her thing now, taking after you, and that's some serious DNA transference right there, bro.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Matter of fact, in June, taking her on our first Disneyland trip.
Okay. Yeah. So today we're going to get into some serious stuff, but first I wanted to honor something. Anybody that has a birthday out there, happy birthday for all you Pisces / I think Aquariuses.
Yeah, I just had mine. So.
When was your happy birthday? When was yours? Yo, I didn't know. When was yours?
It was on the 13th.
Happy birthday, Funky. I think I did post something, though. I'm sure I did, because I don't be missing it. Yeah.
That's all. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday. See, that's what's up. What'd you do?
Oh, man, I chilled with the queen. And
I love it.
Hey, you know how it is. We sat around and chilled.
That I do.
Hung out and got dinner, got a cake, because, it was right next to Super Bowl. So I had a Super Bowl cake.
Oh, man, look at that. That's what's up. If anybody have any anniversaries out there, we got you. Happy anniversary. If somebody transitioned on in your path for your family or your friends or whatever, kudos to my man, Russ Corvey. Love you, bro. Miss him a lot, But if you had that, then, we want you to know we care about you and we love you and we respect you, and anything we can do here, Fun from the Front Seat, we will do. So getting that out of the way, today we're going to jump into some serious stuff. But before I do, I want to acknowledge, thank you for serving, sir. I know you're a veteran. So just tell me a little bit about that, sir.
Oh, yeah, man. I did a total of 17 years, Army.
Thank you.
It was mixed between Army and Reserve, but I did active reserve, not just regular, Yeah. So, yeah, I did some time in there, man. Got hurt in Kosovo, and that's what walked me out.
Yeah.
In 2002. So I've been in from 84 to 2002.
Right. See, that's why I wanted to just put that at the top of the show, because, I think it's important that brothers like yourself and sisters like yourself do not get forgotten. I'm so much of an advocate for people that I feel society's not, giving their roses to now,
Yeah.
And that's why I'm glad it worked out this way, that we could close Black History Month on Funk from the Front Seat with a real Black historian hero to me. You're a hero to me. So we honor you, bro. Every week we have a hero of the week, and this week you're our hero of the week. We honor you for that, because again, you've changed, the funk game with your artwork. There's only been about a handful of y'all that could do this shit, man. I'm telling you, I don't know how God figured it out, but he only let a hand. You got something really super special, bro. Because I'm telling you, there's only a handful of y'all out of the whole planet. Now think about that. On the whole planet, This is what I think about. This is what keeps me up at night. Y'all, this is why I'm always tired, because I never get sleep, because I think of shit like this. The whole planet, there's only a handful of y'all that can funk this shit. It's profound, bro. It's profound. It freaks me out. It totally takes me. I'm like, damn, you know, Dubai, no, Africa, no, Sweden, no, you know, the whole planet, you know? So, bro, man, I can't wait for you to do the thing for me, this new one. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked about that one. You know what it is.
I can't wait to see it. I don't want to see no proofs or nothing. All I want to do is just, when it's done, said it. Because I like to be surprised, man. I like to be surprised. So you served in the military. Where did you, when you came out, right? Where did you finally settle in at?
Well, when I got out, I decided to move here to Texas rather than California, because California is still kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So I came here when I got stationed at Fort Hood at one time. That's when I made up my mind. This is where I want to settle in once I got out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Military City, San Antonio.
Yeah. That's good to know, because, you know, a lot of times, like I said, you know, you're an example. You're to be admired and you know, cheered, because I see so many veterans, man. I live 2 blocks away from the Veterans Center, and this is what made me think about this, right? And you know, the whole neighborhood seems to always help somehow, you know, when we see this, you know, and it bothers me that we can't figure this thing out by now, you know, with how people are not giving their just due, and there shouldn't be no homelessness. You know what I mean? Like,
it shouldn't be.
You know, it broke my heart when I was looking at stats. I'm not even going to read them, but let's just say it shouldn't be that many people in this country that doesn't have a place, a roof over their head, you know, and that's sad. And veterans as well, you know, when they come out, they're still people. You know what I'm saying? And I help these veterans all the time. I see them. I was like, hey, only got $2. You can have one, because I feel bad, because I know they did something that I didn't do. So you know, I honor veterans, man, and you know, it's stressful to see this. I guess too, as I'm getting older, and you can answer this for me. As we get older, we tend to have seen so much. You know, at some point you're like, damn, this is a lot. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel bad that the fact that, you know, a lot of these folks that, you know, get out the military and be homeless, and that's really rough, because, you know, that could be me, you know. And I feel that, I mean, people, you know, well, put it like this: when I was in Germany, I didn't see none of that. I didn't see nobody homeless or on the streets just bummed out. I didn't see that. When we get back here, it is everywhere, you know. And I man, and like I said, shouldn't a veteran on this earth should be homeless, man, at all. You know, everybody should have at least a place to go lay their head down. You know, food to eat. You know, the medical. You know, dental and regular medical, man. That should be something that's there, regardless. You see, I mean, veteran, think about it. We protect our freedoms, you know, and some of those guys, they're so traumatized as to what happened to them back, you know, while they were going to wars and stuff like that. They have a hard time coming back and reacclimating to society, man. It's just like coming out of prison, if you would say. You know, they don't know what to go do. You know, they don't have an outlet, the place that they can go in and get reacclimated to society. You see, you know, there are places now that are trying to do that, but see, if they don't know to go there, they don't know. You know, there need to be a squad going out there policing up people like that. You see? Yeah, I feel that it's bad. It's a bad thing, man. It's just bad all the way around. You know, president should get involved with that one.
And this is why, I wanted to end the month on something serious, and we're going to actually get into, our community as well as Afro Americans and Native Americans and Latino Americans, brown skinned people, I call us, But I brought this up because, when I'm not doing music, whatever, I still have to work a job, right? So I drive, Uber, right? And I'm driving around, and I know the corners where all of these people are, and they're there day after day after day, month after month, year after year. And I wonder, for the most part, how they became invisible. Like you said, no one in this country should have to pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we be knocking communism, but yo, at least they get stuff. Everybody gets the same. If ain't nobody got no medicine, nobody got it. It ain't like here where the rich have everything. We in the middle are struggling to keep their everything up there. And then we got nothing. There's no trickle down. This is why I say this. And tell me, and I joke about this, but I'm very serious. I like the country better when the mob ran it. Because when the mob ran the country, at least the trickle down was a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't millions, but it was thousands, hundreds. Nobody was broke back then.
Nobody. Yep.
Even in the gas shortage and all this other bullshit, nobody was broke.
Yeah.
There were jobs aplenty. You could have a job and quit the job and go get a job by that afternoon. Another one. The corporate mugs came in, Illuminati cabal, and said, yo, the mob set a great example of how to do this. Let's take it.
Right.
They played a long game, bro. They're like, you know what? We're going to see how this works out for 20, 30 years. Oh, it's working pretty good. Y'all perfected it. Now give it.
You're right. Yep. Yep.
Because I'm old enough to have seen the change, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was better off when I was 18.
Yeah.
2 cars, nice apartment, by myself on my own.
Yeah.
Dental health, glasses, money in my pocket.
A lot.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you, if they want to see crime drop down at least by 50%, give everybody a house, able to feed their family, and just not be homeless, give them medical and dental. Just those basics, crime would drop.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Yeah. And see, unlike the myth that they try to put out there and perpetrate the fraud, it's not just Afro Americans or brown skinned people that are in prisons. Even though it's lopsided, we're in prison a lot more because for whatever reason, we know that. But also, there are crimes that are being committed by everybody.
Yeah.
And see, this is why now I hope people really understand what I'm saying. And my brothers and sisters, don't think I'm not pro-black, because I'll always be pro-black, but I'm anti the slave mentality. So I'm pulling away from that. I've been doing that for years. I just walk my own path and I go with righteousness and, of course, the P-Funk. So pulling away from that, I think now brown-skinned people have to band together to build their businesses back up.
Yeah.
And then once we do that, maybe we can have some economic viability in our communities and build our communities back up. But we keep waiting. See? And I talk to so many people, man, from all over the country all the time, man. And if you wait, it'll never happen.
That's right. Don't wait for retribution.
No.
Rebuild Black Wall Street. That's what I say.
Because there was a Black Wall Street in at least 5 major states in this country in the 30s and 40s that got burned down.
Yeah.
See, it's nothing against people now, because obviously, people now, and my girlfriend is white, my kids are biracial. Obviously, people now ain't had nothing to do with it, but don't be stressed out if somebody brings it up. because sometimes it just makes the person bringing it up feel a little bit more connected, because the trauma took its toll economically over decades. Because had the Black Wall Street's been built up, they would be just like another Wall Street now. It wouldn't be a Black Wall Street. It would just be a Wall Street. So it would be better for the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if, people from India come and build up the tech world in Asia here, that's better for the country, because that's what they've done.
Hey, tell you this. Look at it. All right, Black Wall Street. We incorporated Wall Street, the word Wall Street in it. Isn't that showing that we were trying to be together?
Yo, see? And that's where the country effed up at. Because had they let those communities thrive, then they would not be in a position to say minorities are not helping themselves. Because that's always the line. And that's bullshit. There's more hardworking Black people out here, just like everybody else, working hard, trying to survive. We all trying to do that. Nobody's trying to be a bum, And see, this is why I like this show, because I get my own platform, because I actually read a lot, even though you guys may think I'm crazy. I'm really not, man. I'm constantly on reading stuff, seeking information, talking to people, having people on that can see with their third eye, man. And just, wake up out there, man. Listen, if you got a partner out there, you could band together like we do in the funk community. I'm working with Tony Cam. He worked with me. I'm working with George. We all doing it already in what we do. Y'all got to do that out in the community. If you got a beauty shop and a barber shop, make it one thing. Twice the money, less revenue, one building, one venue. Think in terms of that. And then if somebody else got a nail shop, you knock down that wall, make it one whole thing. Don't be fighting over pennies. Look big, grow big, growth.
Yeah.
This is what we got to do. And it's like,
exactly.
And I get this information from people that are way smarter than me. I'm just giving it to you, I talk to a lot of people that I'm learning constantly about stuff, and try to invest in your future, A while back, I told my girl I was going to start investing money in stocks and stuff. I never played the stock market before, but I have somebody doing that for me now. So again, and I got 2 daughters and another child, you know what I'm saying? That's like my daughter. So, it's like, hey, it's like, think about where we have to go. And let's just go there, man. How you feel? I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm just happy. I'm happy.
Hey, man, I tell you what. Let's make United States really be united. You see? We need to take that united seriously. Everybody. Once we do that, then America will be great again. You see what I mean? I mean, look, I had to change myself a lot. I'm neither Democrat or Republican. You can say I'm independent.
Same.
Yeah, because someone is preaching out the right things and doing the right things, then I'm gonna vote for that person. You see? Because I want somebody that's going to be more on the united side than the divided side.
Amen.
See, that's how I feel.
Amen.
It's a big country, man.
And it is a great country, and we can be even greater. And all they got to do is stop being so damn greedy. Obviously, we're never going to get their technology in our homes like they got it, but at least give us the money from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You making trillions, and you gave me doing COVID $1,200.
Yeah, look, I don't even like the fact that we sending all this money and stuff out to these other countries to help fight a war that we ain't even about.
Same.
And I'd rather say if I was a president or something like that, I would pull all my troops in. We guard our borders, okay? And if we're part of the UN. Okay, and they need us to come assist. Okay, we'll do that. But I'm not gonna all that money that's going out there. That could, how many homeless people can be kept off of that money?
Yo, dude, I say that all the time. And again, I honor you, brothers and sisters of all races that have served. That because you're doing a duty and a job, and it's an honor. Like I said, man, I sit here humbled by that, And like you said, man, the money we send everywhere else, here, there, everywhere, just all over the place. It's like we're ignoring on purpose our people.
Yeah.
Hoping that they just fall off.
Yeah.
And see, that's to me is immoral, and it's one of the most unconscionable things the government is doing over here. And I love my country. I vote, otherwise I wouldn't have got to 1,200. It was only, if you didn't vote, you wasn't getting it, Jack. If you wasn't in the system. So for all you people out there, listen, get in the system. Because if you ain't in the system, you don't count at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yo, man, we hanging out today with George DFunkavinci, just kicking it like we sitting back in the front seat, chilling, sipping on some something. So we just chilling. We're going to bring Mark on later. They're going to pop on and we're going to talk to him for a minute. But I wanted to get into this thing. Banks, schools, supermarkets, and hospitals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a case study that came out, right? And basically, it's just describing neighborhoods, right? And the things that are incorporated into neighborhoods, and how that keeps the neighborhood tight, the community tight, how it economically, the money goes right back into it. People don't have to travel as far, such and such, right? And certain neighborhoods all have these 4 things, and certain neighborhoods don't. All right. Banks, schools, supermarkets, and hospitals, all in the same neighborhood, always affluent.
Mm-hmm.
In poor neighborhoods, you may have a bank and a school, no supermarket, no hospital. Your supermarket sucks. Or you may have a school and a hospital, but you don't have a bank, so your money has to go out. So is it designed, in your opinion? And again, these opinions are just people on Funk from the Front Seat, not mine. Personal thing against anybody out there, Facebook, any platform. I love all you guys, StreamYard, just my opinions. Those 4 things. Why do you think that is such a difference in certain neighborhoods?
It's a design oppression skill. That's what that is. Like when I go back to my old hood in Compton, right? I find more liquor stores than there are banks, schools, clinics. Okay, there's not even a hospital in Compton. You have to go way over into LA. It's crazy, man. But go to Beverly Hills. Okay, go to Westwood or something like that. Oh, you find banks, hardly any maybe one liquor store out of 10 banks. Okay, you'll find schools everywhere. You'll find the grocery stores are plentiful. They look about 4 or 5 years ago, they had just put a Walmart in Compton. You know how long Walmart been around? And the grocery stores are more like little mom and pop stores, little markets and stuff, but there's not a lot of grocery stores like in the hood I came from, even like out here in Texas. Now I find more diversity on it, and like I said, it's a design oppression thing going on right there in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah, you're right.
It is just what it is. Out here in Texas, man, I'm finding a mixture of everything. Matter of fact, there's less liquor stores. I mean, in my old hood, there's a liquor store being there on every corner. So, and maybe 2 or 3 police stations in one city. It's supposed to be spread out. 1 department per city. Now there's like 2.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yep. There's an airport that nobody can use as private. I'm like, really?
It's funny because as we sit here and inject humor into a very serious situation, I again have studied these 4 things. Somebody hit me to this last year, and I said, okay, I'll talk about it one day on the show. I said, but I got to study up on it first. and get some stats and this and that, right? So here's some stats for you. Now, y'all check this out. And for all y'all watching, please stay active on the chat line. We're hanging out with George DFunkavinci. My producer, Mark, will be on a little bit. We'll talk about some stuff. And, yo, I appreciate you guys out there, man. I told you it was coming in hot today. Black History Month, we honor it. But every day is world history, spiritual history, universal history, funk history. So, yes, Black history. We acknowledge that, but let's stop living in the slave days and let's go forward. That's just me personally, all right? Air Jordans. I never had a pair. I'm proud to say, thank God, because I didn't like Michael Jordan. I wore Patrick Ewing, so I refused to wear something from Chicago. I'm a Knicks fan. You could have gave me a pair of Air Jordans. I would have sold them shits. I never put anything Jordan on me. And he's all over down here in North Carolina. Michael Jordan cars, Michael Jordan. Yeah, man, he's a billionaire down here. So God bless him because he just gave money to a school. So thank you, Michael. He just did something, $10 million, something. He finally gave something shit. So yeah, but God bless him. But my point is, $2 billion a year on Air Jordans is what Black people spend.
Wow.
Y'all heard me? Not million. B with a billion. $2 billion a year. All right.
That's crazy.
Y'all can look them up.
That's crazy.
$4 billion on what you said before, alcohol. Liquor stores. $4 billion a year. Now, this is just brown-skinned people. All right.
People get
$600 million on fast food.
Wow. Yeah. Man.
Now, that's just 3 things that we spend to keep ourselves sick, to keep ourselves broke, and to keep ourselves numbed up, inebriated.
Yeah.
This is how they got us. Wake up, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, of all the things to buy just for status, that's bad, man. I mean, I've never owned a pair of Jordans, and because I can't see myself buying a pair of tennis shoes for $200-$300. I'm barely going for $100. Because man, I had a pair of Dr. J's. Yeah. Oh, who didn't want one of those? And it wasn't no $100 to go get.
Oh man, I think he froze up, y'all. We gotta try to get him back. He froze up, but we was talking about the status and certain things, right? Mark, he froze up. See if you can get him back, please. Thank you, sir. But we was talking about the status of certain things. For those of you out there watching, just running over some stats. $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on alcohol, $600 million on fast food, right? And that's in the poor neighborhoods. So the neighborhoods aren't necessarily poor. It's just a matter of how the funds and what you spend it on and what you do with it when you have money. So this has been an ongoing issue in this country, and we got to stop blaming other people and just start helping ourselves, start thinking about it, start having different checking accounts, one to pay a bill and one to put money into, start investing where you can, and start sharing information. Don't keep it to yourself. If you have something that can go out and help somebody else, you have to share it. We in this country have to get back to the tribe mentality. We have to get back, because that's the way the whole world was founded. Everybody wasn't living together on top of each other back in the day when the whole thing was working. Everybody had their tribe, and then tribes helped out the tribe. The tribe became the neighborhood. Neighborhood became the community. Now we lost all of that. People steal your packages. Over the past, like I don't know, 3 weeks, I've had my neighbor had a package that was delivered here, got stolen just the other day. I was in the house, 2:30 in the afternoon. Another package of mine got stolen that my girl said. And then I had 2 more at Christmas time. Yes, sir knows, Dr. Brookenstein, messing with DFunkavinci, but he'll be back. But so again, where's the neighborhood watch? Why don't we have some of this stuff like we used to have? So you can get me some Walmart chucks. Yo, I'll take them and funk them up for me down there, April. George got knocked out, so we wait for him to come back on. So how you doing? You doing all right? Send me a text. Send me a text. We'll try to send you the link. You can pop in. But yeah, basically today's show was to honor Mr. Hudson, for his service in the military, also for his service as an artiste and as a creator of things that are so funky. Matter of fact, this right there, this beautiful piece, that was done by George. And he did that for me. And it was a surprise because when I met him and we was having a New Year's Eve Funk Fest thing at Tony Cam's spot in Lynchburg, right? And then he had this for me as a surprise. And I was so, so happy that he actually had that. You back, brother?
Yeah, man. I had a technical difficulty on my
Master knows, don't worry. I was just talking about your artwork and honoring you and talking about, our neighborhood situation, man. So getting back to it, we spend all that money on things that will keep us broke, inebriated, and keep us sick. And when we get sick, then we go to the hospital. They give us a bill. Hospitals only give you pills in 30 or 60-day supplies. You ever notice why they do that? Because you got to come back.
Yep.
Like Chris Rock said long time ago, they don't cure shit,
Right. I call it misery money because that's what they collecting.
Yeah. The biggest drug dealers, they be worried about people dealing drugs. They're the biggest drug dealers.
Exactly.
When I was hurt with my back, had surgery, man, I was on all kinds of stuff.
Me too. Yeah.
Had me hallucinating, seeing purple and everything, man. I'm serious. Dude.
Room spinning.
I'm telling you, man, they got the funk.
Oh, they do.
Uncut, the bomb.
Oh yeah, and you definitely right about the uncut part.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they making money hand over fist off of your pain.
Yep. Yeah. So do you think you know what, Mark? Can we run Keith Jackson real fast to take this quick break for Keith and Chrissy Key Rollins? And for those of you out there watching, thank you for staying active. George was nice enough to jump on, and this week we try to keep it moving. We honor him this week. So we're gonna listen to Keith Jackson, my favorite voice right now. Shout out to all y'all watching. I know you guys will be watching again at 6 and at 12 tonight. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay active, stay up on the chat line, and let's get our lives back together, people out there. Everybody of all races, creeds, colors. Let's get our lives back because, clearly government don't care. They just don't care.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
And we're going to run Chrissy Key Rollins, Holistic Restoration Healer. She'll be back on this show soon. Thank you, Keith Jackson, P-Funk Radio. We all listen to as well as Robin Circle of Pete and all the Funketeers that hang out, and Larry Funkster Jones, of course, on a Saturday night. So we appreciate all the radio stations. DJ Cocolino in Italy, thank you. Elizabeth in Ireland, thank you. Tanny Soul Sister in Germany, thank you. And also, I would like to thank, while I am thanking people on my list of thank yous, of course, Bootsy and Patty, love you guys out there, HJ Entertainment, Kane and Jams, Tony Cam and Funk All-Stars, New Funk Radio Tour. So y'all check that out at newfunkradio.com. Nappy Funk Army, Oak City Music Collective, Diego and Tammy, I love you guys so much. Afterglow 92416, Q Dog down in Atlanta, I love you. Brooke Clagett, my funk angel, I miss you, man, and I hope to see you soon. I know you're doing great things up there, Benevolent Funk, Donna, I miss you, my funk sister. I love you, man. I know you're going through stuff. We're praying for you all the time. Pat, Curtis, and George, like I said, all the amazing artwork. And, of course, Dr. Bruckenstein, who takes care of all my personal stuff as far as websites and pictures. So, David, I thank you for that. And David Webb, Funk Chronicles, I love you, bro. Hope to have you on the show soon. You're doing great stuff, doing interviews, all the Funketeers. If you guys want to know where the Funketeers are, go to the Funk Chronicles, David Webb. He's interviewed everyone, including myself. It was such an honor to be part of that. So, you guys check it out. Let's keep our funk community tight because we've been showing them how it's done for years. So, we are the model.
It was never no stress and funk. A little bit here and there, but you know how it is, bro. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I mean, without funk, man, there's so many things that wouldn't be. You see? Man, I mean, my head explodes when all the things that wouldn't have been without the funk.
Yeah.
You see? So yeah, I mean, I had to leave it at that, man, because I mean, there's too many things going around in my head with
it. So tell me, when did you start mixing the funk with that artwork like that?
Oh man, shoot, it's been years, but all right. For the most part, I've been an artist for all my life, but it felt like Pedro tapped me on the shoulder spiritually and said, "It's your turn, brother."
Yes.
And I picked that up and ran with it. And
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Around, I think it was what, 2016, 17. That's when I felt like I got shocked. And then, you know, I'm back at it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been going on ever since.
Yeah. You know, when we was friends on Facebook for a long time, but I was taking a sabbatical from the whole funk thing. So I was just following people, and all you guys I started noticing were in these little groups and everything, because I really wasn't into social media at all. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Because, you know, I was just going through stuff, and I was like, you know what? I want to disconnect from people. You know what I'm saying? For a while to find myself again, you know? And I was watching how you guys was always like supportive. And I was like, you know, I got to start friending some more Funketeers, you know? So I'm glad, man. I'm honored to be your brother, man. And, you know, watch you do things and, you know, the people you work for. And, you know, tell us some of the people that you've done work for.
Oh, man. That's a lot. It's a long list.
That's okay. You got time. What time?
We got you, of course. We got the Motherfunkaholics, Tony Cam. You know, I even collab with Brother Curtis Wilcox. Let's see. I did some stuff for Stone Tone the Clone, Pete Union. Let's see, Skunk Mob. Let's see. Of course, 13, Thirdelic. Let's see. I even drew some things and handed it to George a couple of times, you know. Probably seen some, you know, pictures of me hanging out with him. And let's see. There's some man, let's see. Oh man, it's a long list, man. It's just a long list.
Your work is everywhere. Just the people you named off alone. It's our little funk community. And I'm blessed to be part of it, because I was so on the outside because I didn't really want to play music anymore. I had gotten to that point. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, you know, just mellow away, go up in the mountains and grow a beard or something, you know what I'm saying? Just call it a day, man, because I was fed up with this planet, you know? And you know, when I started seeing the Funketeers ball happening and people traveling and started hearing all these groups that I didn't know nothing about, I was like, you know, God was like, okay, listen, you need to put your shit back out there, you know? And I was fortunate, man. I feel blessed and honored to be part of every person you just mentioned. I've considered my family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Including Boosie and Patty, you know, reaching out, Club Funketeers and the vice presidency and all of that. That's like a high honor to me. It kind of keeps me going when things aren't going so well. I was like, well, you know what? I am the Club Funketeers vice president. I have some status and title somewhere. It means something to somebody, you know? So, you know, funk, our community, and I guess why I'm saying this is because our musical community never really had major beefs in the funk circle, in the R&B circle, like our stuff. I'm not talking about hip hop and rap. They brought all that beef and shit in, you know? That was never us.
Yeah.
You know? Of course, you're going to have your squabbles in the family of funk, but never no major beefs. And that's the one thing I'm proud to say about this funk thing I belong to. You know,
there's no
goes. Yeah, man. So I wanted to read something to you. When you can enjoy true freedom, you surround yourself with status symbols of that freedom. And that means, I guess, when you can't enjoy true freedom, unless you get away from status. How do you feel about that?
Man, I mean, that's pretty deep. I mean, and it's on point because, I feel, I mean, freedom, I don't know, man. Maybe that's why they named it that, because if you think you're free, you're dumb.
I love it. Only on Funk from the Front Seat will you hear that. That's an exclusive. That goes in the box.
Yeah, that's why it's freedom.
Words are spelling.
Yeah.
We be casting spells on ourselves all the time with the stuff we say.
Exactly. You can't script this.
That's good. When if you think you're free, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like Gary Shine is saying in that song, free from the need to be free.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to get. That's that nirvana. That's where, if we can walk around, some of us that are hybrids on this planet, and get everybody to check that out, I think we'll be better off. Because, bro, how do we, in your opinion, stop this gun violence with these kids, man?
Yeah, that would be a tough one. I don't think in our lifetime we'll ever see it stop, because there's too many guns out there. You can just get them on the street quicker than you can get them at the store. You see? But they can get a handle on it. I mean, of course, raising the age limit to buying any kind of rifle or handgun or any kind of bullets, they can do that. But then, I mean, make it, when you buy a weapon, you have to register it at that point with the police station. Like I used to sell rifles at Walmart. Okay. And we would call the FBI, put the social security number in there, read off the application, and it'll tell us yay or nay to sell it to them, right? But once we clear that part, then our next call should be at the police station to give them the registration and who bought it. That part, not just FBI, the city cops.
Right, right.
Yeah. So that'll deter anybody that's planning on doing something. You see? Because they know that rifle is registered to them, and if they do anything, they get caught.
Yeah. See? I think that there are so many righteous, conscious, good gun owners in this country.
Yeah.
I really do, because I know plenty of people that have guns and there's no issues. They got it locked down, or they got the safety, or they got this, that, the lock, this, and they registered and all this other bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about, why can't you guys convince those guys that they're doing shit that's fucked up? Because me saying it, I'm not a gun owner. So ain't nobody going to listen to me. They're going to just think I'm chirping. But I'm only chirping because I got kids.
Yeah. Well, guns and bullets don't kill people. It's people with them that kill.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. You see? So it's their mental state of mind, right there. They don't even check a background for that. You see? I mean, anybody can hold a gun. Anybody can use it to kill somebody. It's just it's like rolling dice. You're trying to hit that 7-11. Hopefully you can hit it so you can win. But if you don't, it's a bad deal.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It's hard. That's a hard thing to get in control. Like I said, in our lifetime, we'll never see it controlled, properly. You see? So, I mean, everybody gotta have something to protect themselves with, especially their household.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And see, that's a reality. I was never, I'm not like, crazy like that, because I get that part. I would do the same if I felt I needed to do that. Who knows? I may one day, the way things are going, keep stealing my packages out there. Y'all gonna get some buckshot. But click, I may have to go that route. You just keep stealing my shit, whoever's doing it. But on the strength, on the real, big business doesn't seem to mind if we're killing each other. That's what bothers me. These people that are doing this stuff, it's almost like they're like, well, it's an acceptable loss.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what bothers me as an empathic person in the spirit. The pain that's on this planet right now is overwhelming sometimes. You know? And so many people block it out like it don't exist. But yo, you got 7-year-olds shooting teachers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad because that's I blame that on the parent because they're not securing their weapon properly. Okay, they're not putting it in a safe and where the kid can't get to it or you know, something like that. Basically, I mean, that's pretty bad. A kid can actually grab a gun and go to school with it and do all these things because they mad at the teacher because they probably put them on timeout. I wouldn't let them have recess or something like that. They mad at the teacher for some reason. So they gonna go home and get their parents' gun and shoot the teacher and then anybody that's stepping their way, you know, because once a little kid get mad, you know, they go off, you know, because they don't understand repercussions.
Yeah. And you know what it is? We was talking about this on last week's show. Thank you, April, because I feel you, man. But don't worry, you get your funk back. It's coming back. It always does. Don't let Cerno's funk with you. So power, positivity. I got you. I'm going to send some positivity your way. Don't worry. I got the stone, the purple one right here for you. All right? I got you. It's coming back to you. But getting back to what you said, we were talking about this last week where instant gratification and kids want everything now. When they can't get it, they don't know how to act like and deal with disappointment. See, and what happens? That happened because when everybody was getting a damn trophy, you know, they was like, oh well, everybody's the same. No, everybody ain't the same. Some people are first, second, and third. They were better off leaving that in place because then we knew how to lose and not in things that we didn't get. We didn't have to go. If my teacher told me to get out or send me to the principal's office, I didn't. My thought process was not, oh, I'm going to hurt the teacher. My thought process is my daddy's going to beat my ass.
That part, yeah. You know,
that's what I thought about. Worse than a gun.
What's really bad about our system that makes these kids do this? They took away to where you can whoop your kid to discipline them. And they took that out of the school too.
Yeah.
Now you got kids thinking, oh, I can do anything now because they ain't gonna whoop me because they'll go to jail.
Kids be cold cocking teachers. I be watching YouTube, right? One kid was in gym class. The teacher says he walked up together. Pow! Now, come on. That thought process has to be like, I don't know if it's going to take several generations to wash it out. I think it is. Personally, but we got to start now with these little kids. At 7 years old, the gun had to be too heavy for him to carry. Okay, 7 years old is only a stone's throw back from the crib.
Yeah.
So in 7 years, this kid developed a personality that said, I'm going to go kill somebody. 7 short years. That shit is scary as fuck. I did the research. Yo, that's some scary shit out there, America and around the world. Pay attention. Mm-hmm. This kid from birth to 7 developed a personality to kill someone. Think about that.
Kids are only going to do what they see in their household. When the parents go off like that and be doing all that, kid sees that. That's what he's going to do when he get to that point where he can actually do it. He or she, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, it's the parents.
Yo, that's some deep shit, man. And see, I used to live in Newport News. I know where that's at because I lived in Virginia for 7 years after we left New York, moved to Virginia, then we moved here. I know exactly where that's at.
Oh,
see?
Yeah.
And see, again, you have kids, grandkids. I got kids, people out there with kids. People that aren't parents may not understand this, but not necessarily. You probably do understand it. I take that back. But parents, if you're a parent out there, I empathize with you because I know every day what you got to deal with in the back of your head when you hear some shit about a shooting. There was one right down the corner from us at another school, Hillside. A friend of mine works there.
Mm.
You know, and the kid kill a kid in school. And see, here we are. We're talking about this, and we should be talking about kids and how they striving to do great things. And there are many, many more kids that are doing that. But we got to deal with these kids. We can't keep forgetting that this shit be happening. That's why I talk about this shit on my show. I'm not going to let y'all forget that, yo, this shit is deep out there. You know, and it's like, it's almost like April said on the comment, it is the setup.
Yes.
You know? It's the setup, man. And that's why independent thinking, stay with the P-Funk. Yo, you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm rocking? Old school. Can't go wrong with the old school. A little spank on my behind never hurt me. I'm still here.
Hey, man, and you know what? To tell you the truth, this killings at the school like that been going on for ages. It's just now hitting the social media and the news. I mean, when I was in elementary, I've seen shootouts at my school.
Wow.
Elementary now, Roosevelt Elementary, Compton, California.
Wow. During
recess, you see guys running, shooting, and does it get any media attention? Not really.
Wow, that's some shit. Yeah, see, where I was very Long Island, we was playing football and shit. We weren't really into the whole shooting thing. You know, I guess maybe I never heard it happen the whole time I ever went to school. That one time I was in elementary school and this one kid in high school had went and killed a teacher with a shotgun. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I think in Bayshore history that I was in school that I heard of. And he had his father's shotgun and him and the teacher got into it. And the principal, this guy, walked the halls and found the kid and, you know, took the kid to jail and all. That's the only time. But other than that, it was a lot of fighting going on. But not even a lot of fighting. Bayshore was a really mellow kind of place. So, you know, I guess where you were, the demographics had a lot to do with it. Yeah. But the whole world now is on edge. And, you know, the whole gun thing, man, is crazy. Road rage is crazy.
Road rage. That's another thing, man. God.
Bugs be going off if they can't squeeze in the spot.
Exactly.
Yo, this shit is nuts, bro.
It is crazy. Yeah.
I was driving last night coming home, and I'm doing like damn near 80. Somebody passed me, they had to be doing like 110.
Yep. I see it all the time, man.
Like, dude, where you going? You know, Friday night, people like to feed their car some speed sometimes.
Yeah. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I mean, take your time. You're going to get there, you know. You speeding out.
You'll get there eventually.
Eventually, yeah. You know, and you're right. People be, man, I remember driving to California. You know, I'm doing 85 and cars shooting past me. I even seen big rigs shooting past me. I'm doing okay. And we got a big rig going by honking horn. I'm like, dude, really?
Yo, that's so funny, man. I'm having a dope time hanging out with you today, man. Yeah, you know, we're hanging out with George DFunkavinci and, you know, talking about life and just kicking it and laughing, man. I needed to laugh today because it's been a very stressful month. I don't know why, but February is always like Black History Month. Stressful as you know what. And we had that green comet that came over us. People slept on that. And it said months ago it was going to jack us up. And sure enough, it is, man. But check this out. Hang out with us. We're going to try to get Mark back. But I do want to run this by Chrissy Key Rollins. So y'all sit tight.
Hey, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here with Holistic Restoration, inviting you to check out Zach Robinson with Funk in the Front Seat. He drops new episodes every Saturday at noon on the East Coast time, and replays are posted for whenever you miss a live stream. You can find him on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube, and get ready for the funk because he brings it every week along with hot topics, amazing guests, and great conversations. Again, that's Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Go check him out.
She's cool, man. She's really dope. Massage therapist and all that good stuff. And thank you, Chrissy. Appreciate you. Thank you, Keith Jackson, for your input too as well, man. So the future of funk. where do you see the future of funk going?
Oh man, it's gonna go further than the Jetsons. Okay, it's so futuristic. The stuff. Like, look at the stuff they were singing about way back in the '60s. It's still relevant to this day, and so it's gonna keep going. It's not gonna stop. 3GP is here. You see, and it's gonna keep going and building and building. When at the George's grandkids get kids, they gonna get into it. And all the other bands too. You talking about Zap? You talking about everybody? Y'all bands. It's gonna keep going. It's not going nowhere.
That's good to know, and sometimes it's good to hear because, I think again we have to band together more because economics for what we do is not always there. Not all the time. Sometimes it is, but then sometimes it's not. And I think when it's not, those are the times where we got to be a collective, which is why I'm with Oak City Collective, because, they got my back. And I just signed with their label. We're going to do some kind of official thing. I don't know. But for y'all that don't know, Nappy Head Funk Army is officially on Oak City Music Collective label. So thank you, Diego and Tammy. Nice. Yeah, man. So, yeah. And, they're my management company down here, yada, yada. So, they take good care of their artists. And I think as an artist yourself, that does it in a different way. You have, like you said, Curtis and yourself done stuff, and you're taking the torch from Pedro, and you pass it on to your granddaughter.
Oh yeah, and my daughter.
Your daughter, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I see those sneakers back there on your wall.
Oh yeah.
What are they?
Those are my the DFunkavinci Funk on Your Feet.
Okay.
That's one of them. I gotta get the other bracket and put the other one up there. And I do them shoes up. My last pair I done was for George and Carline.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to have something done, how do they do it? Like, say if they have a pair of sneakers, what do they do? How do they get it to you?
Well, they just hit me up in Messenger, and mail the shoes to me, with a return shipping label in it. And, they can either cash at me or they can send a money order in the box, And then if they got specific instructions on what they want on the shoe, the color scheme, they can write that down, put it in the box, or just send me a message in Messenger. And, I give them my address, and my phone number so they can call me if they want. And that's basically the gist of it right there. And it takes a couple of weeks, to do it. Preferably canvas shoes. If they canvas shoes, easier and quicker to paint on. Because if it's leather shoes, now I'm doing in the leather shoes because I can I got this degrazer that'll allow me to take that waterproofing off, so I can actually paint on it, and then I re-waterproof it later.
So basically, they send you the shoes, the box, this, that, and then you take care of it. How long is the turnaround?
Like I was saying, around 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it depends on all the graphics that I'm gonna put on it, the detail. The more detail, the longer it'll take.
Yeah, that's dope, man. When you're doing your artwork, and this is just a silly question, but do you be listening to Funkadelic?
Oh, all the time. All the time, man. That's a must. It's either Funkadelic, Parliament, or Bootsy, or Zap. Those
right.
Most.
Right. Because what's weird, and this is weird. Like when I'm recording, Mark, you ready back there, bro? Pop in for a second with your question, bro. Thank you. When I'm recording, doing my art, I can't listen to music because I'm actually making the music.
Okay.
When I think about it, right? When I think about it, all right, it's jacked up because it's crazy. It's frustrating in a way because everything else I do, I got music on.
Yeah.
When I'm cleaning or driving or whatever, right? And when I'm doing that, I'm doing it, and it's cool. But then I think about artists. You guys get to like, dun, 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 you know what I'm saying? You get into two different worlds. I think that's like some dope shit. I envy that. I can't draw a circle if you put a cup and I had to trace it, bro. I can't draw a straight line, bro.
Hey, Zach, are you trying to say that you draw stick figures like I do? Because that's all I can draw is a stick figure.
Dude, I can't even draw a stick figure because the head is going to always be lopsided.
That's real true and everything.
Because I'm an alien, so I don't have like normal stuff. You know, my skills ain't that.
Yeah, that's real true. I hear you and everything. Hey, Dr. Da Vinci, I did have a quick question. I was hearing some of y'all's conversation, but I'm thinking about all that's going on. We had a kid here in Jordan High School, one of our local high schools, that had a gun, and definitely he was I think kicked out of school at least for a minute and everything. But I'm wondering what your thoughts are when we're giving all this money to Ukraine. Definitely Ukraine needs to defend itself against the tyrants of Russia, but we've got all this billions, and I do mean billions with a capital B, that are going to them, and we got all these problems here that we could be solving. I could just think of what we could do with $1 billion just in the city of Durham and in some of our institutions, whether it's in Texas, North Carolina, or Florida or wherever. But I just wondering your take on that, and whether that's something that we need to be thinking about is not supporting them, but definitely finding ways to address some of the issues that are in our own community.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. We need to address everything that we have going on. There's a lot going on, you know, and it's causing a lot of crime. You see, you know, all that money out there. Imagine how many people could be swept off the streets for that, using that money. You know, how many buildings can be erected to help the homeless? You know, hospitals, more hospitals, doctors, instead of getting paid to work with people and not without charging them. You see, look at this part. I don't even see why we got a lottery. That money can be used. You see, I mean. The list goes on, man. I don't like going to other people's wars. Okay, that's their thing, you know. Yeah, I understand we're assisting them to help against Russia, but then when we started doing that, look at China. They backing Russia, you know. So now you know it's gearing up, you know, and all that. It's just gonna cost more money. You know, because once everything kick in, we actually enter a World War III, which I hope and pray we don't. All that money is just gonna be funneled that way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have more homeless.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and that's the thing. We got homeless people here. I know I was talking, and I know that Zach sees it because he drives around a lot and the job that he's got and all in that space. But when you see these tent cities, that's just crazy. And I know that there's 10 cities in Texas, there are 10 cities here in North Carolina. It's just a shame that we got 10 cities and we got folks that are struggling with homelessness. I heard that the eviction rates are about to go up and all in that space. So it's just getting to the point of crazy, and definitely some of our own institutions aren't being supported enough, because I know that here we've got part of our Black Wall Street, and that was North Carolina Mutual that first was sold, and now it's been liquidated from what I understand. So it's just important how we need to support and definitely give some credence to some of our own organizations. But I've even seen that in Texas, because I know we're not supporting enough of our own businesses, but you know, they also got to be doing right and providing quality businesses as well. So I just wanted your take on supporting our businesses and all in that way.
Oh yeah, we gotta support, you know, all our businesses out here. I mean, without that, then they're gonna just fade away. You know, we need to support all, especially, you know, all these nonprofit organizations. You know, they need to, you know, be supported too. You see, because they're the ones that's doing the most help with everybody that is, you know, homeless and stuff like that. You know. We need buildings for these people, you know, just period, just all out help. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, there's no other just than that, you know.
Yeah, that's a dope thing. Shout out to a few people. April, thank you. Dr. Brooks, thank you. Ankit, thank you. Keep you guys tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Much love, man. You know, get you guys back on the show and we have some fun too. So I appreciate that. Where'd George go? Yeah, I got him back, Mark. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So getting back to some of the issues that communities have at the top. We was talking about banks, schools, supermarkets, and hospitals. How do we fix that ourselves? Do we physically go and start building those 4 particular things in our neighborhood?
That's what we got to do. That's what we did in the Black Wall Streets. I mean, if you look at like Lincoln Hospital, that was a Black-run hospital that was created by our own. You look at our institutions, that was created by our own. Definitely, a lot of our banks were created by our own. But we definitely got to support our own, and we can definitely create some of those businesses that are very much in those communities, whether it's banking, whether it's insurance, or whether it's a number of other things in that space. But we've also got to support them. But at the same time, we want to make sure that they are doing the work that is going to be competitive with those others that are doing that same kind of work.
Yeah. I know the contracts too, a lot of that shakiness comes from the good old boy network, especially down here, because you see the same construction companies and this and that, Now, I'm sure they employ people, and I'm sure people are making money because North Carolina claims to be one of the largest growing places on the East Coast. Per capita, per school, per this, per that. It's not a bad place to be, right? But man, oh man, I just hate to see so many people out there turned out and, so close. And, it's just weird how it seems like there's not enough money to go around, Even in the music business, we have a hard time getting people to support what we do. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. It never used to be that bad. So, but I guess, it is what it is. Any new projects you got coming up, DFunkavinci? Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you.
No problem. I'm getting to bounce on off. I'll be out.
Yeah, we get ready to get out of here in 3 minutes anyway. But yeah, any new projects you got, bro?
Yeah, man, I got some things going on. I just finished a poster for Hector Garcia.
Okay.
He got that pro trailer. I just did a thing for him. It's sitting back, on this side back there, and I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So I just finished doing that not too long ago, and I got another thing coming up for Stone Tone the Clone. He got me doing his CD cover.
Hi, Faye.
And let's see. A couple of little side orders here and there. Yours, there's a few things in the works, Yeah.
That's good because, if we keep just doing this and as our businesses grow and our bands grow and everything grows, man, at least we know we got people in our circle that we can be down with us, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's been an amazing journey today. I'm going to give you the last word, then I'm going to come back and get out of here as always. I'm going to give you the full screen, bro. Today, my producer was Mr. Mark Lee. I appreciate you. Love you, boo. I love you, CB. George DFunkavinci Hudson. Check out his work. Follow him on Facebook. Send him some stuff because I guarantee you it will be a one of a kind, and that's unique. We honor you as a veteran. You're our hero of the week. So give us some words of encouragement.
Yeah, man. I'd like to say all our veterans out there, to all the entities that be, let's help pick up our veterans and off the streets and get them into something, be it a place to live, food on their table, because, think about it. If something pop off over here, we're going to be the ones coming back, suiting up again and getting back out there to protect us. Okay, so let's protect them, you see. And, I want everybody to, love one another and let's get out of this racial clique that we've been having and all this craziness. We'll be a better country if we do that, you see. So, and always keep that funk alive, and keep funking out there, y'all. And shout out to all my peeps. My brother Zach then, gave a shout out to everybody that I want to give a shout out to. Miss Panthers, love you, baby. And, shout out to everybody that I know, especially Nappy Dugout. It's the Nappy Dugout crew that got me into the Funk family a little bit better. So shout out to them. And bucket list, to get to meet Bootsy. So, but yeah, love everybody and God bless everybody. And let's pull it together, y'all. Let's pull it together.
You heard it right there. Mantra for the day, pull it together. Y'all been great. 9 on the Grind TV. Let's get out of here. We're going to stomp our way out. I love y'all out there. George DFunkavinci Hudson, veteran, Club Funketeer ambassador, DFunkateer. Here we go. Texas. I love you, boo. Bridget, Ohio. And your sister Audrey. I want you to bounce like this. Bounce. Bounce like this. What's up, Booster Patty? I know you feeling the funk. I gotta get you on with that Booster. I ain't giving up. Detroit, what's up, Gabe? Minneapolis, Vanessa, Emerald, I love y'all. Lakeshore, Long Island, Staten Island, Queens, New York City. What's up, George? You heard? Plainfield, y'all. Oh, the funk feels so good. North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. What's up, bro? New Orleans, Oklahoma. Oh yeah, Wisconsin, I feel you. All around the world for the funk. Canada, Dubai, Hawaii, Samoa, doing the Humpty Hump, South Tokyo, I say yo! China, love you. Japan, Colombia, Vega, ¿cómo está Puerto Rico? George DFunkavinci Hudson in the front seat, y'all. 9 on the Grind TV. Pull it together. That's the mantra today, y'all. Pull it together. Nothing but the funk. Thank you to my associate producer, CB, for choosing the music today. I got you, boo. Nothing but the funk. We'll see y'all next week, guys. It's been a great Black History Month on Funk from the Front Seat. We had George on. We had Jeremy State Wizard on. We had Linda Shiner on. We had Tony Cam on. Black History in the making, y'all. Oh! We know you gotta bounce to this shit. Get up and dance if you want to. Ukraine, we love you. Ireland, Elizabeth, we love you. Australia, Carmen and Wendy over there, we love you. Germany, Teddy Soul Sister, we love you. All around the world for the ball. Peru, we love you. Mexico, we love you. North and South Pole, we got you. Iran, we got you. Ethiopia, we got you. Push that shit out. Keep it moving. Pull it together, y'all. Up from the front seat. 9 on the Grind TV. Woo! All right, we get ready to get out of here. Y'all stay safe. Play the funk. the funk alive. Keep the funk alive. And that means you got to support us, yo. Because we the next ones. All right? We standing on the shoulders of Bootsy and George and them. So y'all got to help us keep it alive, man. We need you. We need each and every one of you out there, man. We need you. God bless you all. Y'all have a great, great day. Thank you, George. My best to April and your family, man. Let's get out of here, man. See y'all next time.